Greetings, Cyberdogs and citizens of the interwebs. This is a very sad ReNDoG coming at you in another episode of Minecraft Survival from the Hermitcraft server. When it rains, it freaking pours, my friends. Here I am, just outside of the burnt down grove, completely naked in my birthday suit. Well, actually, I'm in my Santa suit, to be honest, but I've lost everything. And when I say I've lost everything, I mean everything. I was here cutting down spruce trees and dark oak wood trees to start the freaking rebuilding of the grove. I went outside for a walk, and when I came back, I hadn't logged out of the server and I was dead. To add salt into the wound, there were about 6 or 7 hermits online at the time. I don't know if anybody was streaming. If you guys were watching a stream when you saw me die, please let me know, man. And yeah, I lost everything, including Shaka Zulu the pet rock, all of my items, my elytra, all of my freaking sweet gear. Everything is gone. Oh, man. This has been the most unlucky start to a new year that I think I've ever freaking had, man. On the bright side, there's a little bit of good news. Check this out, man. Hope this helps from Scar. Scar has given me a couple of double chests full of leaves, which is going to help a lot. Thank you, Scar, so much. Also, in some more good news, Iskal has managed to solve the packager, the Hermitron packager. He has made it be able to run automatically and completely, which is epic. That means that we can pack all of the Hermitron booster boxes in one freaking go, thanks to Iskal's genius. So that's kind of cool. I'm kind of happy about that, man. Everything. I've been telling Iskal about my pains. So yeah, I'm going to have to kick off today's recording here on the Hermitcraft server by, well, remaking everything and trying to rebuild my stuff. At least I've got a spare elytra back at home that we collected on our end missions. I've got some devil's whips too, which we can use, which is awesome. And I've got a couple of stacks of diamonds, which should go a long way into rebuilding all of our items, as well as buying us some mending books so that I can start rebuilding all of my jazz. So, yeah, it's about 9 a.m. in the morning, and I suspect I shall be on the server all freaking day long. I'm going to get busy rebuilding, guys, and I'll see you on the other side of this very frustrating kaplam. Kaplawi. Cyberdiggity dogs, I have had a freaking epiphany, baby. I think I've worked out why I'm experiencing such bad luck at the beginning of 2017. Can you guys figure it out? It's kind of obvious, really. It's because I'm still wearing my Christmas gear. It's no longer Christmas, man. Christmas was ages ago, and surely it's bad luck to be wearing a Santa hat 3 weeks after Christmas. Am I right? I need to get myself back into my regular ReNDoG frickin' rags, man. Hopefully that'll turn the luck. That's not all bad news, though, guys. I've been rummaging through my chests over here, and I've actually discovered quite a few goodies. Take a look at this, man. I have a whole bunch of enchantment books that I'm going to be able to use to re-gear myself up. Pretty much everything that I need is here other than mending. Unfortunately, I've only got one mending book. It's somewhere around here. Yeah, there it is. That's my only mending book, and, well, I need at least like 6 or 7 of these bad boys. Also, check what I found. Legolas Reborn the 8th, hanging out in a chest somewhere in my storage room. Don't know how that got there, but I must have misplaced it at some point and then replaced Legolas, but I actually have a Legolas. I also have 2 diamond shovels over here, a really good Silk Touch mending shovel, which is pretty decent, and another Efficiency 3 mending shovel, which I can turn into a proper shovel, so that's kind of good news. Got a bunch of diamonds, a few emeralds too. We're going to need that in a moment, but take a look at this, guys. I discovered a little something something in this chest over here. Moses the Third! He lives! That's epic! Well, we've lost 2 pet rocks so far in Season 4. Hopefully, this will be the 3rd pet rock and the last pet rock that we actually have, and that we're not going to lose Moses the Third, the freaking pet rock, man. I think I made him by mistake, because I thought that I had lost Moses the Second. I then found Moses the Second and shoved Moses the Third into a chest somewhere, so that was a little bit rude. I hope Moses the Third can forgive me, man. But yeah, we got a pet rock back, which is awesome. We've got some emeralds, which is sweet. And I think what we need to do now is head over to the Brown Shopping District, see if we can actually purchase ourselves some books and maybe a couple of items from Scar's Forge shop. And that should help with the rebuilding process. Okay, it's starting to feel better now. You know what, Cyberdogs? Losing everything in Minecraft sometimes maybe isn't such a bad thing, right? Kind of reminds you that you're not immortal in this game. No matter how far you have come, no matter how good your gear is, you can still noob out something fierce, and you can still forget to log off the server and lose all of your gear. And yeah, it's kind of a reminder, a slap in the face, so to speak, and hopefully I won't make that mistake again in Season 4. Here we are in Scar's awesome Forge shop, and I'm hoping to pick up a few items that'll help us out over here. Check it out, man. We can get a whole bunch of shovels that we don't need. We don't need an axe because we got Logolass. We definitely don't need a diamond hoe, so that's pretty cool. What do we have on this side? Okay, here are the pickaxes. Okay, so let's see what sort of pickaxes we can get our hands on. I'm looking for pickaxes with mending. That one doesn't have mending. This one is sold out. This one, oh, here we go. Okay, so we've got an efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, mending pickaxe for 10 diamonds. I will take that one. This is going to be Pixcalibur the 10th that we're going to be creating out of this one. And I think what we can throw on this one is Fortune 3 is the last thing that it needs, right? I think so. And then we'll have to make another diamond pickaxe with Silk Touch on it. Let's see if we can find sort of standard Silk Touch pickaxe. Here we go. Here's a Silk Touch pickaxe. Dang it! It's sold out. A work pickaxe over here for 5 diamonds, efficiency 5, unbreaking 3. You know what? I'm going to take this one, and then we can throw Silk Touch onto it and a mending eventually. So there we go. 2 pickaxes replaced. That is pretty much all of the weapons that we need right now, right? Perfect. We got all of those bad boys. We don't need to replace our bow because we have bought a Devil's Whip recently from Iskel's Devil Shop over here, right? So let's go pick that up. Oh, baby, this is coming together, man. This isn't actually going to be that bad. There we go. We've got a bunch of Devil's Bows in here. So let's take this Devil's Whip. Nice. Now, actually, speaking of Devil's Whips, in the previous episode, a ton of you guys let me know that there is actually one more X-Bow left in the X-Bow shop. Let's head over there and purchase that bad boy. Hopefully nobody has caught on the server and gone and bought it yet. We are now into our, well, our first of 3 remaining freaking X-Bows. Not many left to go. Hey, Scar! Man, just spent some money at Scar's shop. I hope he uses those diamonds well. Let's have a look. X-Bows, 8 diamonds, boost bows. Dang it! Somebody got here before we did. Oh, that sucks. Okay, well, that's all right. We've got 2 Devil's Whips left, so that should last us a while. Let's head over into iBooks and see if we can find any decent books around here. I don't think that there are any in stock at the moment, though. The last time I was down here, they were all out of stock. These are the ones that I'm looking for, man. Mending books, 3 diamonds each. Dang it! No freaking mending books. Any books at all? Silk Touch, Unbreaking, Looting. They're all freaking sold out. Oh my goodness. Well, I do have a butt ton of enchanted books with me and in that shulker box too, so I don't think we'll do too badly, but we are going to have to try and get ourselves some mending books, and for that I think we're going to have to do this manual styles and use a Tango's mending book farm thingy to try and get ourselves some mending books. Let's head over there. Wardrobe change has now been completed, Cyberdogs. Just hung up my Santa gear in the closet, got my clothes back from the laundry, and my goodness, they are smelling lavender fresh, baby. I'm feeling good, man. Nothing like putting on a fresh pair of threads, am I right? Here we are, by the way, at Impulse's amazing chunk farm thingy. And this is the place where we can manually get for ourselves some mending books. I think this is the place that Impulse uses to actually stock up iBooks. And as you can see, there are an insane amount of villagi around here. And I think you can pretty much trade everything that you need from these bad boys. A couple of these guys do trade mending, like this guy, for example. 38 something for mending. Don't know what that means. 32 something for mending. Let's have a look. Hi there, librarian. What do you sell over here? Okay, so it looks like he's got a whole bunch of trades unlocked. And let's have a look. There we go. Okay, so a book and 32 emeralds for mending. I've only got 21 emeralds at the moment, which is a little bit of a problem. We're going to have to try and get ourselves some more emeralds. And that is what we're going to be doing over here. These villages over here, I believe, are the villages where you can get emeralds from. So check it out, man. This guy sells us an emerald for 36 paper, and that's pretty cool. That means we are going to need a butt tonnage of paper to get this done. And we're going to need a butt ton of paper, too, to make some books for this trading also, right? We're going to need about, I don't know, 6 or 7 mending books, I guess, in the end. So we're going to need a butt ton of paper. but I've got an idea. So a few episodes ago, we were trying to figure out something good to do with this janky-ass auto farm that we built about 6 months ago. And guys, I've got a plan for this place, right? Obviously, on the Hermitcraft server right now, everybody is flush with food. Nobody needs beetroots, carrots, potatoes, wheat, any of that jazz. However, paper is still a pretty important commodity on the Hermitcraft server, right? Paper allows us to, well, make things like paintings, allows us to make books, and more importantly, allows us to get emeralds. So, I reckon by changing this entire farm into a sugarcane farm, we're going to be able to provide the hermits with all the paper that they could ever desire and give us enough paper to be able to trade 6 or 7 mending books from Impulse's villager farm over there. So I've spent the last hour or so replacing all of the pads with sugarcane. Everything is growing. The place is looking beautiful, to be honest. I love the way that sugarcane looks in this game. I think it's a beautiful croppage. But I'm going to have to hang out here, I suppose, for the next couple of hours, just AFKing, waiting for the sugarcane to grow to get as much paper as I possibly can. And then we can head over and see how many mending books we can trade. Yep, this is a good use of this place. I'm happy about this, man. 2 cups of coffee and about an hour or so later, we are finally making some progress. ReNDog's been harvesting the jazz out of sugarcane this morning, and I'm very pleased to let you guys know I have now managed to fill an entire shulker box full of paper. Oh baby, that should definitely be enough paper, I think, to get all of the emeralds that we need to purchase all of the mending books that we need to replace our items. Oh man, it's been a little bit of a mission, but you know what? I've kind of enjoyed it. It's been kind of therapeutic collecting all of that sugarcane. By the way, guys, check this out. Forgot to show you in the previous segment, but I found a couple more goodies in my chests. I found a spare elytra that I got on an end mission a few weeks ago, a diamond boots with protection 3 and unbreaking 3, and some diamond leggings with unbreaking 3, mending and protection on it. So man, that's pretty close to everything that we need item wise. All we need to do now is make ourselves a diamond hat, and yeah, that means we can preserve a few of our diamonds over here and not spend them all on creating frickin' armor. Now I know that some of you out there have been typing furiously away at your keyboards to let the ReNDog know that I can just get sugarcane from the chunk farm over here. But guess what, you smart Alex? There is no sugarcane to be got in the farm at the moment. Looks like somebody got to the sugarcane before we did. Take a look at this, man. Sugarcane chest is, well, got 3 sugarcane in it, so that doesn't really help us. And ReNDog's had to be doing the manual mining. I guess Impulse hasn't been AFKing around here as much as he used to, and yeah, that sugarcane farm is completely empty. But we should have more than enough paper now to get all of the emeralds that we need to buy those freaking mending books. So I guess next step is just to trade as much paper with these villagers as possible, see how many emeralds we can pick up out of them, and then do some trading. By the way, guys, before you ask, yes, we are going to leave Impulse some diamonds for this, of course. We're not just going to steal these mending books. I mean, what kind of person do you think the ReNDog is? Jeez! Dear Impulse of the SV, for the first time in this season, I now understand and fully appreciate the mending book grind. I used your villager farm to get some mending books. Thank you from ReNDog. Here we are outside of Impulse's awesome Blue District base. And check it out, man. I have managed to get for myself 5 mending books from the villager farm. Took way longer than I thought it was going to take. Honestly, I used to give Impulse flack for making such easy diamonds on the server by selling mending books. But you know what? It is actually an insane mission to keep that freaking shop stocked with mending books, man. I mean, you're talking hours of grinding every single week. So Impulse, thank you so much for the awesome. And I'm going to definitely leave you behind a thank you note over here. And I reckon 5 diamonds for each mending book that I made out of your village. I think that's pretty fair, man. May these diamonds go toward your next full diamond beacon, I guess. Thanks again, Impulse. So here we are in the Ender for the final part of this re-gearing mission. However, my friends, there's bad news. Check this out. There's only one frickin' anvil. That is definitely not going to be enough anvil action for us to completely re-gear up. Also, I've left my other shulker box with all of the enchantment books back in Hermit Canyons. So, yeah, facepalm, derpage. Gonna have to head back to Hermit Canyons to get some more anvils and get all of my freaking books. But once that is done, guys, I think this is gonna be a pretty easy task. We've got mending on all of these items down here. We just need to pimp them out a little bit, and then we just need to make all of these items up here to completely re-gear. Then we can return back to the Moba Lisa and start doing some actual freaking work today, man. So close, yet so freaking far. We're back, baby! Yes! Man! After countless cups of coffee and way too many hours, everything is shining, everything is blinged out to the max. This is what it's got to feel like to buy a new car. I've never bought a new car in my life, man, but I'm telling you right now, I'm feeling elated. Check at this, guys. Wings of the dog. We got helmet of the dog. We got leggings of the dog, and we got boots of the dog. We have got Silkinator and Pixcalibur 10. We've got a diamond shovel with Silk Touch on it. We've got Sir Lancelot the 7th. We got Legolas Reborn the 8th, and we got our Devil's Whip. We are back in the game, my friends, and we are ready at last to play some freaking blocks. Praise the Ender Gods. Shooting rockets up my butt and flying around pointlessly has never felt so good. Oh man, feels amazing to have my wings again, and here we are back at the Moba Lisa. And guys, even though I've had some serious setbacks this week, I am very pleased to let you know that some serious progress has been made around here by the ReNDoG. I have spent an insane amount of time on the Hermitcraft server over the last couple weeks, and whew, baby, we are making some serious progress. Firstly, I think I showed you guys in the previous episode the spawning rooms that I started to set up. Well, these are now completed. I'm very happy to announce I've even got all of the signs up too, and we're going to go through these in a moment to show you guys exactly what's going on around here. I've also got some doors in here, some double doors in fact, and I'll explain to you guys why this is working in a moment, or how these things work in fact. And yeah, the spawning area is looking freaking tasty. I love it, man. Looking absolutely beautiful. Now, on the list of things that we needed to do here at the Moba Lisa, there was a secret passageway that we needed to do, and take a look at this. I have finished it, and it is gorgeous. Let's take a walk all the way through here. Now, this passageway is a secret passageway from the one lane to the other lane, and this is going to be a passageway that becomes available to our lanes team if we can capture the very end point, or the neutral point in the Moba Lisa game. I know that some of you guys have no idea what I'm talking about. Don't you worry, a tutorial about the Moba Lisa is coming real soon to explain everything. But yeah, the secret passageway looks glorious. We can tick that one off the to-do list, which is amazing. Now, I have also finished up all of the little spawning chambers over here. I've made them exactly the same as Iskal's side, so all we need to do now is get the redstone in. We've got a room here for the ranger or the archer. We've got a room here for the wizard or the spellcaster in the game of Moba Lisa. We've got a room here for the hunter or the mob grinder, and we've got a room here for the soldier. Now, in each of these different class rooms, you are going to be spawning, right? So when we start a game of Moba Lisa, we're going to be sleeping here in this bed, and if you die, you're going to be able to respawn in your chamber. And in your chamber, you've got access to a couple of upgrades for your class, or some items that you can purchase from the shop. This is the shop over here. You can see that for the hunter class, which is the class that gathers resources for the team, we can unlock a leather armor set, a looting 3 stone sword, a sharpness 4 sword, or an iron golem, which is very helpful. And if we pop over into this one, which I think is the soldier class, you can see that there's a bunch of different stuff that we can buy here too. So it's coming together really nicely here in the spawning area of our Moba Lisa lane, and I'm very pleased. Still got a bunch of work to do around here though. Need to fix all of this jazz up, need to get everything set up correctly so that nothing can be abused. Still a bit of work to do around there, but today I thought, my friends, we would scratch off another thing on the to-do list that I've been putting off for quite a while now because it's going to be a pain in the butt. And that is to sort out the mob spawner aqueducts, which exist underneath what used to be the grove over here. And yeah, let me get everything prepared, and then I'll try and explain myself. Oh, baby, it feels so good to be back. Ah, that is so much better now that all of the chaos has been removed from our burnt down grove, my friends, and we can now very clearly see what we're working with over here. In a way, it's It's actually a good thing that this place burnt down because I have installed the aqueduct system completely freaking wrong. For those of you guys who have been with me since the beginning of the Moba Lisa, you'll know what I'm talking about. But for those of you guys who are maybe new to this project, let me try and explain myself very quickly, and then we can get cracking on trying to, well, remake this aqueduct system. Essentially, the Moba Lisa minigame was spawned by the fact that Iskal and I discovered 2 zombie spawners that were very close to each other. There you can see one zombie spawner down there, and then there's another one on the other side of this wall. What we decided to do was to use those zombie spawners to create some sort of a resource that players could use to purchase stuff in the game of Moba Lisa, and that resource, of course, is rotten flesh. Now, this is the cave of Iskal's lane. Hello, Creeper. That's not supposed to happen. And this is where the hunter class will come during a game of Moba Lisa to harvest rotten flesh for his team, and then his team will be able to use rotten flesh to purchase stuff in the spawning area that I showed you guys a little bit earlier on. Creeper, you are freaking me out, man. All right, there we go. Now, the fact that we found these 2 zombie spawners very close to the surface and very close to each other was really, really lucky, and it's been really cool because it's basically spawned this entire minigame. However, as this is a PvP game, we need to ensure that the game is completely balanced. I've got a plug over here, by the way. Yep, there's a bunch of zombies coming out there. That zombie spawner over there, or those zombies popping out of that hole, these zombies have been spawning from a spawner that is directly underneath this chamber over here, right? And the way that Iskal has set up the aqueducts to transport these zombies into the chamber is very different to the way that I set up my aqueducts. What this has resulted in is that zombies on my side of the lane actually come into the grinding chamber a little bit slower than Iskal's side, and that means that in the game of Moba Lisa, the team on this side, or the team in this lane, is going to get rotten flesh a little bit slower than the team on this side. And that obviously needs to get balanced. So today, we need to find a way to completely change up our aqueduct system, and that's why I've left it for so long, because basically what it means is I'm going to have to redo the entire aqueduct system. Let's just plug this up over here for now so that we can have some peace and frickin' quiet. The way that Iskal set up his aqueducts is that directly under here we have a big chamber where zombies are spawning. Those zombies are getting pushed into a little space around about here, a few blocks away from this yellow block, and then they are being transported up. Iskal zombies don't travel along an aqueduct. They don't get pushed along an aqueduct. They literally just get sucked up. Basically, right after they spawn, they go straight up into the chamber. The way that I did it was that the zombies get sort of sucked up around here, and then they get transported to this position over here, and then pushed along this aqueduct all the way to the back of our chamber, then pushed up the aqueduct over here. You can see there's a zombie elevator at the back, and then they come and pop out into our grinding chamber. Now, as you can see, it's going to take the zombies a lot longer to get into our chamber than it is into Iskal's chamber. So here's what I propose that we do. We try and find a way to make the zombies come from our chamber into this grove, or this spawning area, a little bit quicker, right? And what we're going to have to do for that is pretty much dig up all of this ground. We're going to need to see what is going on. Where is our spawner? What does it look like? Where does it begin? So now that our zombie spawning chamber has been completely exposed, I can clearly see the noobness of my ways. For some reason, I thought it would be a good idea to push all the zombies there, lift them up, and then send them across the top of the spawner, when I could very easily have just pushed the zombies in this direction and then pushed them up and made them pop out somewhere over here, right? Jeez, I'm such an idiot. I don't even understand why I designed it in this way in the first place, man. You know, sometimes the ReNDoG brain even astounds the ReNDoG. You know what I'm saying? Hey, zombie, put your brother down. Seriously, man, it's just getting creepy now. Now, it's daytime, and the spawner is exposed to the sunlight, so we shouldn't have too much trouble doing some reworking over here. And I reckon maybe the best way to do this is going to be to push the zombies up in this direction and make them come out of the side of the wall over here. Yes, it's not exactly the same as Iskal's position, which is at the back of his cave, but I don't know if that is such a big deal, right? I don't know if, like, the chambers have to be right next to each other, like perfectly symmetrical. I think that it's okay if these zombies come out on the side over here. After all, it's basically the same thing. Oh, also, also, I just realized something that will actually help to make a little bit of balance. To get into Iskal's spawning chamber is actually much quicker than to get into our spawning chamber. Iskal's spawning chamber doesn't have like an entrance. It doesn't have like a canopy over here, right? You could just go straight into the cave. On this side of things, we actually have a really big entrance over here. All of this is going to be covered by trees, and that means it takes us a lot longer in this lane to actually get to the point where the zombies are spawning than it does on Iskal's side. So it makes sense to me, actually, that we're going to be pushing the zombies up here, and that's going to make it super simple because we won't have to make any aqueducts. All we'll need to do is change the direction of these two aqueducts here to face along this direction, and then we can push the zombies up a canal here, up a zombie elevator, and that should sort this whole system out quite nicely for us. It does mean, however, that I'm going to have to rework this entire freaking chamber. I think the reason that I did it this way in the beginning is because I was really nervous, and I just wanted to get it done really quickly without thinking about game balance, without thinking about game mechanics. And yeah, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take a noob slap to the face for that one, man. I should have definitely been paying a little bit more attention. I'm making some excellent progress here in the reconfiguration of our zombie spawner. Just shifted across the collecting aqueduct from this side of the chamber to this side, and now I'm trying to work out a way to collect those zombies in the zombie elevator and send them all the way up into the grinding chamber. Let's get some aqueduct action going on that side and in this side. I've managed to isolate the center of the chamber, which is over here, and as you can see, zombies that come into this position are going to get pushed all the way down and then eventually into this position. Now the trick for the next part is to get those zombies to go up the elevator, and I've been doing a bit of experimenting over here. We've got a sign, a water source, and a sign, and if we stick a bit of a water stream over here, you guys can see it makes like a little ramp, and that's exactly what we need to achieve in that section. This section is a little bit more difficult to do though, because we've got water sources coming in from two different directions, but I guess this is a single water stream just as it is on this side. So I think we just stick a sign over there underneath and then a sign over there. That looks about right. Then a water source. Okay, perfect. That looks pretty good, right? That's looking pretty snazzy, actually. Let's have a look. If we travel along this at a very slow pace, we're going to hit this and then get taken into here if I'm a zombie, and then I'm going to go up the elevator. Okay, perfect. That's working out real good. Now, next step, of course, is to create the water sources that are going to push the zombies all the way across the chamber into that collecting aqueduct. And I guess we're going to need to fill in all of this blockage here too, right? Just to make sure that the zombies are spawning in the right place and that they don't spawn up there. So, if we... Man, I kind of need to make an infinite water source, though. Let's leave that water source over there. Let's just do a bit of experimenting over here. If we just make a canal like this, let's see how many more blocks this way we have to dig. Let's have a look. Actually, that's perfect. Oh, baby, that's awesome. Let's try the same thing sort of in the middle of the chamber like this. So let's stick another water source over here. Fill in this one. Boom. Okay, that's going to go all the way to the edge. That's absolutely perfect. So all we need to do now is add water sources to the back of this chamber like this, all the way along the back of the chamber. Get rid of these blocks over here, these little passageways, and this should result in a perfect freaking brand new Moba Lisa spawning chamber, I think. Well, that's the goal anyway. So that's the complicated part of the zombie aqueduct delivery system done. And I know Cyberdog is not very complicated, but it is complicated for the ReNDoG, okay? Jeez, this is some advanced Minecraft compared to what I usually do. Currently working on the zombie elevator itself, which is the easiest part of the whole build. All we need to do is alternate between a sign and a water source all the way up for as high as we want to take the zombies. And let's see how high we need to go. We're going to come all the way up here. Jeez, man, Iskal's chamber is going absolutely mental right now. Let's turn hostile creatures to freaking off, man. I can't stand the sound of those undead bastards anymore. Okay, so check it out. Our elevator is going to come all the way up here, and we probably want it to go a little bit higher. So maybe we'll take it up another... Oh, oops, my bad, break it into Iskal's chamber. Sorry, never mind. Nothing happened. Nothing to see here. Anyway, let's go all the way up, I guess, like to this position. Maybe one more up. Howdy, Joe. And let's go all the way up to this position over here. Yeah, this feels like a good spot for the zombies to come out from. That's going to be sort of in the center of our chamber on this side of the wall. And yeah, that's actually perfect, man. Let me get this elevator sorted and finished, and then we can put this bad boy to the test. Now we're cooking with zombie gas, Cyberdogs. I think a miracle has occurred. I think I've done this 100% correctly the very first time out trying it. That doesn't usually happen in a technical build with the ReNDoG, but everything is looking good. Here's our first test subject on the way. What's up, zombie? He should be going into the chamber. There he goes. Okay, so now he's coming up the elevator. He should come all the way up here and then get pushed into this block over here. And hopefully that is going to work. I've just set up a little bit of a chamber so that we can see those zombies coming. Where is he? There he is. Okay, he's coming up. He's coming across. Perfect. Oh my goodness, it actually works. It actually freaking works. I'm actually quite speechless right now. I was really thinking that I was going to have to dig this whole thing up and try again, but it's actually working, guys. This is some sort of a miracle happening. What we can do now to test this thing out 100% is get all of this land filled in. Do I have any more dirt around here? Oh, come on, chests. Give me the freaking dirt. Okay, there's no more dirt, so we're just going to have to use some cobblestone for now. I know it looks super janky, but let's just get this land filled in. I'm too excited for this, man. I want to see if my little build is actually going to function correctly. Let's just fill this in with whatever, and I can spend a little bit of time off camera and on stream. Get in this place looking good. Okay, that spawning chamber should now be completely initiated. We got 2 zomberts in there already. Hey guys, what's cracking? Nice to see your faces. Actually, we can just break that glass away and we can grind these sucker fools now, can't we? There we go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Now, hopefully this is going to like drastically increase the speed at which the zombies spawn in our chamber, and we should be seeing a ton of zombies coming in here now. That is the hope. I guess I still need to fill in a bunch of stuff here too, just in case zombies are spawning here. There's another zombie elevator over here, but you know what, guys? Out of sight, out of mind. Am I right? I'm just gonna forget about it for now and just cover it up and pretend that it was never there. And hopefully we're gonna get a bunch of zombies in here. Come on, where you at, you bastards? There's one. Hi, there's another one. Excellent. It looks like it's functioning, guys. Oh, this is a happy freaking day indeed. Give me one moment to pat myself on the back. Oh man, job well done today, ReNDoG. We've sorted out one of the most painful things that I needed to do in the Moba Lisa, and that is the zombie aqueducts, and it is done. Also got all of my items back today, so I'm super happy about that. But guys, I need to take a break now, man. It's been Minecraft all day long. I need to go get some fresh air. Thank you so much for watching the episode. If you enjoyed it, you hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. You hear me, you bastards? We will smell you all in the next episode.